Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 criteria to consider for new venture ideas valuation within large corporations. As we know, many companies have tried to tap into their existing talent pools and try to crowdsource new ideas in order to spot on new innovations and driving new growth. And so their internal employees can actually act like startup founder to build a new exciting ventures within the organization, like Uber and Airbnb, for transforming the company's future. So the number 1 criteria, desirability. This is first and foremost from the user standpoint. Identify user pain, knowing exactly who's your target user persona and how does the user journey look like in terms of the emotions curve and data curve. Be able to tell a story and show the big opportunity, and in order to validate whether there's a real demand, a strong demand, if you can really solving this particular problem for the customers, or if you can help this problem, the customers to achieve these particular outcomes, and the customer will make the purchase now. Not let me think about it, or let me talk to my partner, or leave me a copy and I get back to later. No, but make a purchase now, because the customers are so excited. They just want to get it and also want to share with their family and friends. So that is a strong indicator of a higher level desirability. So that's number 1. Number 2, feasibility. And this is from the product technical standpoint. The product, after you have defined key offerings and confirm willingness to pay from the customers, and you need to ask yourself and your team this question: technically, can we deliver this to the customers? If so, that's great. When can we deliver? How fast can we deliver? Any competencies gap you have identified that blocks you to deliver. And you gotta have a sense of urgency to get the product to the customer's hands, whether through internal leverage, external partnership, new additional hirings, or even M&A, if necessary, because the speed to market here is absolutely crucial. And number 3, viabilities. And this is from the business standpoint. Is this business viable? How big is this market? And how fast is this market growing? Did you identify key competitors in this field? And how do you differentiate and stand out and build a moat to protect your business over time? And what is your targeted market share as a market leader, right? And how does your business model look like? In terms of does this user directly pay, or other key stakeholders involved? To have this hybrid business model, and with some hidden revenue models. So you just gotta do the math to calculate an estimate of total turnover, future profit margin, and the most key part here after the profit margin is your initial investment and the payback period over time for the next 5 to 10 years. Next, suitability, and this is from the strategy standpoint. Why the corporate will select your business idea over others? Is your idea perfectly aligned with the corporate overarching strategy, for the long-term goals? And how does your business, fit in with the existing business units? Any potential risk of cannibalization with the current ecosystem? If so, what are the impacts economically or culturally? And how do you manage and mitigate those risks? What are your odds? And are those odds in your favor in order to ensure there's a great synergy here, for achieving those long-term targets? And last but not the least, capabilities. So this is from the team standpoint. Do you have the right team assembled to execute this business idea? Usually we're talking about the founding teams, 2 to 3 members, and they are fully committed, ready to go. And moreover, any key stakeholders, internal stakeholders, are they fully on board, to support and advocate your business idea within a large organization, in order to, amplify the impact to a certain magnitude, so you can leverage their strengths and resources, for the fast execution. And also, any key partnerships externally, in order to be filled, to fill those critical gaps, so you can, as you have those partnerships, number 1, that enables you to stay nimble on product iterations, and also help you to go to market faster and get the product to customers' hands ASAP for the early stage proof of concept. That would give you your investors a lot of confidence and certainty to basically put gasoline into the fire for the acceleration. So that's it. That's the 5 criteria. Desirability, feasibility, viability, suitability, and capabilities for you and your team to decide whether or not to invest in those new venture ideas for further incubate, accelerate, and running pilots, and also help your team to increase the success ratio of early venture development. So best luck, leave me a comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.